right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Slice of Life, where we discuss all things game, movie, and pretty much all media related. Today, our subject is personal underrated movies that we think, deserve a little more love out there in the world, and movies that we enjoy that others see as, well, shit. Because you're allowed to like shit movies if you want to. It's your own personal taste. No one's here to fucking judge, so. And if they do judge, you can just tell them to fuck off. It doesn't matter. Joining me are our usual hosts, War Chief 1997 and Jason, aka Bullet 360. How we doing today?
Took too long.
Bro, it's been a long fucking day, man. Okay, listen.
Yeah, and after you were trying to wake my ass up.
How are we feeling today, fellas?
Hot again.
All right, I have a fan.
I'm not going to blow our viewers' eardrums out with my fan. Sorry.
So, before we jump headfirst into the topic, we do have some news to discuss. For Gamescom took place, and a bunch of game trailers came out, and one of them being for the Outlast Trials. And War Chief, you just finished Outlast 2 a few minutes ago, so
Yeah.
before starting the stream. So Outlast Trials is you can play it solo by yourself, or for the first time in an Outlast game, you can play with friends in 4-person multiplayer. And the game takes place in Cold War era Russia, where a Russian scientist is putting civilians through trials for some sort of ends that we are not made clear
I'm
of
hooked.
as
I'm
of now.
hooked. I'm hooked. I'm already hooked. I'm doing it by myself. Fuck you guys. I'm not. No. Lally, if you're watching, fuck you. I'm not doing it with you.
You were so
Everybody
fast.
else.
You were so fast to throw Riley under the fucking bus.
Derek, don't fucking call me. Fuck you. I'm not doing it with you. I'm doing that shit by myself. I don't really want to. I ain't doing that shit with you. Fuck you. I do shit by myself. I don't like doing
History, he's
multiplayer.
actually being polite.
I don't like doing multiplayer games on the. Ever since Resident Evil 6 with Derek,
it poisoned the water for you, pretty much. It just poisoned.
And Pamela Voorhees the fucking water.
Yeah.
Well, Resident Evil 6 is without a doubt the worst game to play multiplayer.
I have news.
Okay.
The old man that played Up. The old man that he died. The guy that played the old man in Up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he passed away recently, unfortunately. I
think it was
Wow.
today.
Yeah, I haven't
I
heard the
did-
full story, but he did pass away earlier today. I think.
I
is
heard
what
it.
you've said.
I heard it from Mick Foley.
I heard it from Ed Boon, of all people.
I heard it from you guys.
Yeah, Mick Foley.
Yep.
Mick Foley made a Facebook post about it.
Yeah. Unfortunate, a legend was lost today. And oddly enough, the one movie that a lot of people say was possibly the saddest of the Disney movies, just from the opening alone. This guy gave his all to, to the old man character in that movie. It's been a while since I've seen it. I don't remember everyone's names clearly at the moment. But yeah.
But there is. It either is out right now or it's going to be soon. There's going to be shorts of the Up from the Up movie.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
the Doug show, spin-off
Yes.
show.
In other news, the original Quake game is now on the PS4 store.
Which is interesting. I know we had like the Turok games upload there.
I still need to buy 2. Need to buy 2.
But
and Primal is also on there. That is another old game from PS2 and 64 era.
Yeah, but I would have figured that Quake was more of like a PC title than a, console title. So that's definitely weird for me.
I had Quake 4 on the N64, and I don't remember if I ever even played it. But I do remember Quake vividly.
Now here's where I have to bitch a stitch about this, though. They put old Nintendo games on the PlayStation Store. They put Turok on the PlayStation Store. They put Quake on the PlayStation Store. When are they going to transfer the PS1 store from the PS3 over to current gen of PlayStation? I want to play my PS1 games, bro. Freaking PS2s are dying left and right out here. We need this.
Yeah.
What you expect us to do? What you want us to buy freaking your PlayStation Classic? No. No, we're not going to buy your PlayStation Classic. Because you didn't put Crash, you didn't put Spyro, you didn't put any of the names that built your foundation onto that thing. So where's the appeal to buy it? Oh, we have Final Fantasy VII. Oh, we have Tomb Raider. Your point being, where's Rayman 2? Where's Crash Bandicoot? Any of the Crash Bandicoots? Any of the Spyros? Where are they? Where are they, huh? Where are they? What I fucking thought. And in other news, no, go ahead.
There's one game I'm pissed that's not on the PlayStation Store.
Hmm.
Where is Rugrats: The Search for Reptar?
Yes, I want that.
Yeah,
I can't help it. I know it's a baby game, but for Pete's sakes, I like that game.
That was actually, it's a baby game, but
it's a fun baby game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first 100% save file too.
Same.
Like, who can forget freaking at the 100% ending where you get to control Reptar and destroy a fucking city, Godzilla style?
You know what we need?
What?
Ed and Eddie game.
Ooh, yeah.
That was almost my first 100% save file. I could not get past the last level. That game, I had it on GameCube too. Like, I almost had all the Jawbreakers, all of the Ed collectibles. I had both the secret levels unlocked for Ed.
Hell, you know what? I'm gonna say, you don't even have to make it, like, store exclusive. You can put that shit on now, and I'll be happy. Because I'm cool with now, with now. But, like, with now, I was able to play some games that I couldn't, like before, and they had some PlayStation 2 games on there as well. But
yeah, I rubbed it in my face.
Yeah, but like I said, PS2s are dying left around here, and considering they ceased customer support for PlayStation 2 owners, that just makes it an even bigger problem. And these days, if you want a PS2 to work, a used PS2, you gotta make sure it's a PlayStation 2 Slim. If it's not a Slim, then you basically just bought yourself a functionless brick.
Yeah, because the PS2 I had way back when, it wasn't a Slim. It finally died like a couple years after I got rid of it.
Yeah, but I have a lot of titles. Some titles that I grew up and still own.
But I
still have in mine. Yeah, and then it bricked on me because it wasn't a Slim.
I don't remember what happened to my original one. I remember going to buy the Slim because I got Jak 3 and another game with it. I don't remember what happened to my other one. But anyway.
So, one last bit of news before continuing, unless this is related to the subject we're already talking about.
Oh, I thought we were gonna jump right into the movie business.
Nah, this is the last bit of news that I have.
Okay.
The last bit of news. Vanguard. We got a new trailer, gameplay trailer for the campaign, and the Champion Hill alpha came and went. And I tried the alpha. Let's talk about this. So,
I will not be buying it. I will not be buying Vanguard. The motion is too much like Modern Warfare 1. If I buy it, it's going to be for the campaign, and that's it. I'll be done.
Yeah, from what I've played of the... So, let's actually talk about the gameplay trailer first, because it actually does delve into a few things that I was worried about that I was surprised about. So, remember when last time, when I mentioned the blind fire feature that they're adding?
Yeah.
It's not as bad as I initially thought. I figured like your point of view would stay behind the cover while your gun is up top doing the shoot. It's not like that. Instead, it's more of a peeking sort of mechanic where you peek the wall and your gun is like tilted upward. I think it does like it's pretty much a less accurate version of mantling, pretty much.
Yeah.
From what I've seen. And destructible surroundings. There are areas that are going to be in both the campaign and the multiplayer map that are comprised out of planks of wood. These planks of wood you can break by either busting through it with a melee or you can shoot through it. That is another function. And the campaign looks like it's going to have its dark moments as well.
I'm pissed that they, again, took swastikas out to refrain from offending people. That whole fucking war, again, was offensive. You're worried about it offending people? Don't make a fucking World War II game. Simple as that.
Oh, man, this might offend people. People might see this as racist. The entire war was centered around racism. Come on now. Literally, the enemy team was a team comprised of racists.
Yes, literally.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that.
And now, to move on to the gameplay that I've experienced. I've played one match, and I uninstalled it immediately after.
Why? What happened?
So, first off, the mobility. It's on the same engine as Modern Warfare, and of course, this game being a game that released like 2 years after Modern Warfare, makes sense that some of the mechanics are going to be the same, like mantling, sliding, moving. That makes sense. So I've come to expect that. That was in my realm of expectation. But I don't know what they did to the firearm, like the gunplay. It felt weird, and even like big YouTube gamers and influencers are saying that the gunplay feels a little weird. FaZe Jev, Marksman, they're all saying the same thing, that it feels weird. They can't quite put their finger on it, but it's weird.
Then just ain't riding it here.
And they're already addressing a lot of the problems that a lot of people pointed out, like how annoyingly dark and dim the screen gets when you're injured. It's Call of Duty, so you expect when you get hit, like the bits of blood on in the ring around the screen, and like the color contrast dropping when you're damaged. We expect that. What we don't expect is most of the damn screen going black.
Yes.
And that's pretty much what happened in the alpha. It was a massive pain. Yeah.
They should have just called it beta, because if that's supposed to be the alpha of the game, oh boy.
No,
I'm not going to get much buyers.
Well, the multiplayer beta that features, you know, our usual suspects, TDM, free for all, stuff like that. That comes later on this month, and I'm gonna look at it with some positivity. I'm gonna say that maybe it's just because I'm not in, like, I don't like Champion Hill. I'm not one for the competitive game modes. I'm more of an arcade run and shoot kind of Call of Duty player, you know, old school Black Ops, stuff like that.
Yeah.
One of the
No,
reasons
but
why
if
hold on. One of the reasons why I enjoy Cold War more than Modern Warfare, to be honest. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Are we saying War Chief?
I'm gonna wait till he gets back.
Yes, sir.
The fuck did that come from?
What?
Yes, sir.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. But
You ain't no sir.
what? Excuse, what did you just say?
I'm just kidding.
do I have to come over there? I'm gonna come over there
You
anyway.
don't know where I live.
I'm gonna come over there anyway because you asked not waking up in time, and you gonna wake up to me just sitting in your room. Just sitting in your
Scary is I
room.
only know it's you because I don't even know what you look like.
Sitting in your room on a chair. Are we gonna fix our sleep schedule so we can start the fucking podcast on time?
Hey, this time wasn't my fault. It was my phone's fault.
Was it?
Yes.
Was it?
Okay, I'm
The
back.
volume on it was down.
I will say, Nova, what I was doing earlier on them bigger maps,
Yeah.
Cartel is the way to fucking go.
Ah.
I was honestly on a 7 streak with Sniper on that before. It would have been 8, but this guy was, you know the Sniper Tower on Cartel?
Yeah.
In that, you get a perfect view of the map.
Oh yeah. You already told Jason that that you were mad as a motherfucker earlier.
I threatened this man.
Yeah. He was getting mad at the sniper. Like, hey, you wanted this. You wanted to use snipers. You said snipers was next.
I was mad because he kept rubbing in that I was having trouble because everybody in white outfits in a snow-covered fucking map. No.
I mean,
And I'm like, shut the fuck up. And
most of them are running though. To be honest, you just need the right position. Hell, I even shot someone off of a freaking what was it? What are those snowmobile? on your left.
Cartel is the way to go. I'm not gonna do anything but Cartel in that game mode. Fuck
Alright.
Armada. Armada would be good for long shots, but I can do long shots literally on Crossroads on the regular game mode. It doesn't even matter.
All right. So I think. Oh yeah.
Jumping into the movie thing.
Yeah.
You know how there's a Friday the 13th lawsuit going on?
Yeah.
You're
You've been-
gonna be pissed.
You've been wanting to talk about this for a couple weeks now, so
You're gonna be pissed.
proceed.
Why?
You know how Sean S. Cunningham is spearheading this whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even want anything to do with the second fucking movie.
That is correct. He did not. He also thought the idea of Jason being the killer was a stupid idea. That was never going to
but
work.
you want your money for it. It was stupid, remember? But you want your fuck off.
Well,
Get the fuck out of here.
he's not really fighting for the rights for Jason. He's fighting for the
they're
rights
fighting
of
over the first movie, but still.
I thought it was more so like for the name of the franchise, stuff like that.
And they're fighting over the rights of the first movie, but still. You're acting like you own Jason, too. Fuck out of here.
If he was here right now, I bet he would freaking go, hey, I walk so Jason Voorhees could fucking run. I deserve a slice of that pie.
You didn't want a slice of the pie when it started, so get the fuck out of here. And number 2, you know in the third movie, the girl that played, I think it was Diane?
The
She
blue bikini?
had, yeah,
yeah, her. She went
She
on to
had-
be a news
yeah,
anchor.
and she had a part in the O.J. Simpson trial.
Yeah,
Really?
took it like a
Yeah.
boss.
Hmm.
Now, all this news comes to you in part by Dead Meat and their current
Mhm.
recounts of the Friday the 13th movies.
Yes.
And speaking of
And-
Friday the 13th movies, do you have anything further to add, or can we just jump right in?
I was going to say one other thing.
Proceed.
Okay, so this is off topic, but Fear Street.
Oh,
Ah.
that was really good.
Fear Street. You finished it.
Yeah.
They cannot let it end like that. I want a part 4. Like, we have to find out who grabs the book. Like, I want to know who the fuck grabbed the book.
Well, I
Is
mean,
it-
it's R.L.
is it the
Stein,
mayor?
so it's
Is
Is-
it the mayor?
more than likely the mayor. He's part of the same family, so.
Yeah.
Also, Jason's just sitting there twiddling his thumbs because he still
And
hasn't seen Fear
what I
Street.
wanted was more episode. Like, I wanted a backstory behind the little kid with the baseball bat episode. I wanted
Well,
I wanted.
there's so many interesting killers in Fear Street. We're not
Yes,
really.
I wanted like a backstory episode to all of them.
I know we can. Well, it's a movie trilogy, but we can
Yeah.
this could be like the lead up to like a Fear Street prequel TV show where it goes over each killer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That would.
I
be
never really
interesting.
classified the Fear Street things as movies.
Well, I kind of did. I saw because they did sort of like a Lord of the Rings thing
Yeah.
where they filmed all 3 in a row at the same time.
Yes, but the second one was shot last because it required all different cast members.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. I mean, because. Excuse me. A lot of those people show up for a small cameo in the 3rd installment, but.
Yeah, but it was still shot last because.
Yeah. And it should come as no shocker that 1978 is my favorite one because of the Friday the 13th-esque setting. I don't know what it is.
actually,
I just
yeah,
kind of
that
like
was
camp
recorded.
slashers.
That was recorded across from the lake that they recorded Friday the 13th Part 6 at.
That's great. That is fucking
Hey,
great.
Rich Friday 13th had like Tommy Jarvis digging up Jason's grave and then actually
That was
bringing
part
it back to
6.
life.
That was part 6.
That was
That one was my favorite.
I
my-
love the dark comedy at like angle they took with it.
yeah.
Like
I
the
like 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah. My top, if I had to pick like top 3 or top 4, it would probably be Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Because that one's the first Friday the 13th that really felt like a Friday the 13th movie and would be like the main trendsetter for the rest of the franchise. Part 6, because freaking it's hilarious. That's why it's my favorite one. If I had to pick a top 3, let's take it down to 3 because I don't think I can think of 4. The remake. I really did like the remake.
Yeah, the remake was pretty good.
My least favorite is definitely. I'd say definitely, I can't remember. Probably the first one.
Well, the first one was a pretty standard slasher fare for the time, so I can kind of see.
My least favorite involving Jason. Probably 2.
Yeah, I agree.
Simply
Actually-
because the Baghead and.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that was before Jason really had an identity, to be honest.
Yeah. Once he got his identity, it was all
What?
up from
I'm
there.
not gonna lie. When you like see Jason running with the
Uh.
hockey mask, you hear the Friday the 13th soundtrack. When you hear Jason When you see Jason running with a bag over his head and overalls, all you hear is just banjo music playing in the background.
Like, I even like 9 more than I like 2.
Mm.
I like it simply for the gore and
Yeah.
the
So
Freddy cameo at the end.
yeah, it's funny you mention that because I'd have to say that my least favorite. First off, I love all the Friday the 13th movies. I enjoy the franchise wholeheartedly. But as for one that I say I'd like the least, I still like, but like the least, Jason Goes to Hell. I'm sorry, but you have Jason in the title. It's Friday the 13th, but you take Jason out of most of the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
I am not a fan of that.
I
Also,
know, and I know why people don't like it, but I appreciate what they were trying to do.
yeah, adding a little bit of
What?
lore.
Which?
I like
Crap.
the lore, that the more of the like trying to rationalize why Jason's so unstoppable, why he keeps coming back from the dead, stuff like that.
Yeah. But question.
I also kind of like the little tie-ins with Evil Dead and Nightmare on Elm Street, with the Necronomicon being in the Voorhees family home.
Yeah.
What was the scenario for Jason Goes to Hell? I
So-
mean, like, what was the plot line for that one?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one that was.
The scenario for Jason Goes to Hell is that Jason gets completely obliterated by the military, who set up the sting operation to take him down. Jason,
FBI
Okay.
was involved as well.
yeah, Jason
remember.
then body jumps between several people and continues his murder spree and he has to find a member of his family in order to become reborn back to his true form.
Hold on, I just thought of something.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
I
Yeah, I didn't
imagine
really like
they
that
ripped off Halloween 6 with that shit. Tell me they didn't. Tell me that, hey, this movie's...
I need to watch all
Let's-
the Halloween movies.
They ripped off Halloween 6. Tell me they didn't rip off The Curse of the Thorn.
Yeah, the curse of Voorhees, the curse of Backwoods.
Okay.
So can I start this one off? We can go in a circle, and I have, let's say, about 3 movies for the first part of this. How many movies do y'all have on your lists? Exactly.
I don't know.
Don't
2
know.
so far.
Y'all spitballing. I'm the only one that actually made a fucking list.
We'll
I
get
meant
there
to.
when
I
we
just
get
kept
there.
forgetting.
All right. So I'll just start this off then, because we're on the subject of Friday the 13th. One movie I think goes deeply unappreciated and is also seen as one of the worst, and even to some the worst Friday the 13th movie, Jason X.
I'm gonna disagree with you there and go with part 5.
No, I'm just saying what other people see it as. I love Jason X way more than Jason Goes to
I'm
Hell.
I like
I'm
that one.
saying, I'm saying what other people see 5 as. They don't like it because, copycat. They don't understand what they were trying to do with that. Part 4 was originally supposed to be the end of Jason. They were gonna go Friday the 13th. The original idea of that was things that happen on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Much like Halloween. Much like
Yeah.
Halloween. Things that
Now-
happen on Halloween.
Yeah. Now, War Chief, I want you to keep that mindset, because I'm going to go back to that argument later with one of my other picks. Okay.
Oh, I already know what this is.
Yeah. So anyway, Jason X. Pretty much people look at the premise, oh, Jason in space. What the fuck are they doing? Of course, the franchise goes long enough. They have to go to space at least once. Hellraiser went to space. The Leprechaun went to space. It's
Hold
Jason's turn now.
Michael Myers never went to fucking space.
No, and thank God he hasn't, because that would be ridiculous.
That'd be funny as shit.
It would
Hey,
be
let's
funny.
let's try to
Left
get
Freddy
rid of him
Krueger
by
in
launching
space.
him into a fucking rocket.
Oh my God, I just realized something. We've never really had a silly, campy Halloween movie, and I'm kind of sad about that, oddly. Like, we have a bunch of campy Friday the 13th movies, a lot of the we have Freddy's Dead in A Nightmare on Elm Street. We don't have an absolutely ridiculous Halloween movie to enjoy.
No, because Michael Myers is always taken very seriously.
Yeah. But anyway, the reasons why I enjoy it. One, Kane Hodder. The last performance of Kane Hodder as Jason Voorhees until the video game. Let's say the last on-screen appearance of Kane Hodder as Jason. You can't go wrong with Kane Hodder as Jason Voorhees.
No, that's why I like 7 and 8, because Kane Hodder.
Yeah, Kane Hodder. He gave Jason, like, this is gonna sound so cheesy and 80s,
He
but
gave Jason his murderous identity.
he gave Jason attitude.
Yes.
Like, who can forget that scene in Jason Takes Manhattan when he's walking up, kicks over the jukebox, and these thugs are like, "Hey, motherfucker!" Pulls out the freaking switchblade, turns around, takes off his mask. "Hey, man, we cool. Runs off.
He also gave Jason more of a creativity when it comes to murder.
Yeah, and let's not forget that. Funny enough, man, you know. Okay, going back to the most hated, people see Jason Takes Manhattan as the most hated as well.
That is one of the most cherished ones, in my
Yeah.
opinion. For me.
Takes Manhattan.
I
Friday
like
the
that
13th
scene
part-
where he
part
gets
8.
to Manhattan and he
Oh
sees
yeah. Huh.
that.
Okay.
I like the scene where he sees that hockey mask billboard and he's just like,
The fuck?
am I supposed to be here?
Were they expecting
Wait,
me?
I have a fun fact.
I don't see no red carpet. I don't think they were
I-
expecting me.
I have a fun fact. The original hockey mask for Jason was based on a 1950 Detroit Red Wing goalie mask.
Yeah, I bet that tickled you, Pink, a little bit. Yeah, we
Listen,
made
that's-
Jason pop.
I've seen enough pink for the day, okay?
For those wondering, that's an Outlast joke. We're just gonna move past that.
That he just witnessed and it kind of grossed him out.
Oh god. So yeah,
That really grossed me out, just made me think, oh god, is this what he meant when he said pink bastard?
no. Okay, so
No.
anyway, but yeah, it's hot. Like pretty much the reasons why I love Jason X is the same reasons why I love, say, Jason Takes Manhattan. It's ridiculous, but it's fun, and for me, that's the goal that movies, should aspire to be fun to watch. I mean, that's what movies are. They're entertainment, and I am thoroughly entertained watching both Jason X and Jason Takes Manhattan. The freaking gore! Oh my god, the violence in Jason X.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
The carbonite kill?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that was my first one. Jason X, highly underrated. People give it way too much shit. So yeah, that movie. I think that movie's pretty solid.
Same.
So War Chief, you pretty much gave yours when you mentioned Jason Takes Manhattan. So
Yeah.
Jason, the floor is now yours.
Okay. For me, I'm not sure like if this is like on the high rating or low rating. For me, it's the Hoodwink movies. Because like,
yeah. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I get it. It's not like Disney or anything like that, but I also like the story. It's actually pretty good. And I love the twist in the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
Like, who is it? Who is it? Then when I saw the answer right in front of my face, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. How did I not see that coming? I just like how those stories went.
Yeah.
Never seen those movies.
I did see it coming, mind you, but I will agree that at least for the first one, that that one is underappreciated. I will say.
Yeah.
The second one's neither here nor there for me, but the first one I definitely enjoyed. Freaking.
Well, I like the first one better, obviously.
Yeah. Freaking Patrick Warburton as the wolf.
And I like how like when Wolf comes in to interrogate, Red and him just freaking glare at each other. That was a badass scene for
Yeah.
me.
I mean, it's filled with like different like satires on different genres, like spy thriller and friggin' stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Okay, it's your turn again, Kyle.
Back to me again, huh? All right. Let me. So which one I want to do first? I guess I'll go with this one. So this one is one of the more recent films on my list. And this one is in the vein of, I know it's a bad movie. I do. I know it's a bad movie, but that's precisely what I love about it. I am talking about I think it was 2019 Hellboy.
Oh yeah,
I've not seen it.
I've seen it. I own the movie and I actually love the movie. I
Yeah.
understand like why there's like a lot of critics and hatred for it. I understand that. I do see the flaws, but at the same time, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
So, I'm gonna say it like this: I don't love it particularly I don't see it as a good Hellboy movie. Not particularly a good comic book movie. I definitely don't like it or love it or hold it in the same like regards as the Del Toro Hellboy movies.
Oh, of course not.
But I enjoy it as part of one of my favorite like subgenres in movies. Trashy cult movies. I am talking shit like fucking Willy's Wonderland, fucking the Evil Dead movies are considered sort of like trashy cult movies. Ricky-O, The Story of Ricky, that's a great one.
It's a good movie.
But yeah, just like low quality entertainment that just brings a smile to my face and just drenched with blood. And the thing is that I can actually see David Harbour playing a good Hellboy, with the right script and the right director.
Yeah, I think they should give him another chance.
Yeah, but the thing is that what I blame for the movie's failure, what I blame
They
for
focused on too much on comedy.
No, the other Hellboys have that too. First off, whoever wrote the movie needs to pump the brakes on the profanity a little bit. There's a lot of like fucks thrown in and expletives thrown in.
Yeah, I
like,
noticed that.
There are some points where I'm like, okay, that's pretty funny, but there are also points where I'm like, okay, pump it back. You're getting kind of, edgy, freaking cringy shit going on now. You need to pump it back a little bit.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. But you cannot deny, Kyle, how they opened the movie was freaking hilarious.
Actually, I prefer the opening that they cut from the film.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there was an alternate ending that actually showed like the Pendle Hill incident in its entirety without the narration.
Oh.
Yeah, the version we saw was cut down a lot and edited to where the narration could take it over. While in the original one, we actually got to see Arthur's travel to Pendle Hill, and a full conversation, a diplomatic conversation between him and the Blood Queen.
Ah, I need to see that.
It's in the bonus features of the DVD, I believe.
I hope so, because I have the DVD version.
But yeah, I actually prefer that. I actually prefer that one way more. But here's what I mean when I enjoy the trashiness of it. Oh wait, hold on. I got off topic. One example, what was the most cringy F-bomb dropped in the movie? For me, personally, was when they made it back to the Osiris Club after Alice saves Hellboy and patches him up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The cringiest f-bomb that I've heard in the movie was after she summoned the spirit of the spirit medium woman, and freaking Damio's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Of course I'm not okay. A fucking woman came out of my fucking mouth." The pronunciation of the word "fucking" that was just like, come on, you sound like a grade schooler acting freaking edgy for the first time. Stop!
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that one made me cringe too.
Yeah.
I'm
But
like, you don't need to say fuck twice in a sentence.
But I love the director. I love the
Oh,
director
no,
of the
I
movie.
agree.
I've seen his past work. I've seen The Descent. He's written and directed my favorite werewolf movie of all time, Dog Soldiers, which is another unappreciated movie that needs more love. But the thing is, both of those were independently made. And I feel like Hellboy was too big of a project for him. I think is the thing. That the movie was just too large scale for him to handle, because he's all about practical effects, and there's a lot of effect shot in the movie that relies more so on digital effects. He is not one to use digital effects for his movies. In Dog Soldiers, it was all practical.
Wow.
In The Descent, it was all practical makeup. In this one, it's clear that I can kind of get the feeling that he was out of his element when it came to Hellboy. And back to David Harbour having the possibility of being a good Hellboy. First off, he nails the look. Nails it.
Yeah.
And hold on, just so people know that I don't have my head up my ass. I'm actually a fan of the comics. I have all the comics on paperback and omnibus right here on my shelf. But that's beside the point. That's another thing that I feel like the movie got a little bit wrong. It felt kind of congested because it was trying to work in all of these different Hellboy stories into one movie.
Yeah, can I give you a fine example?
The handling of Rasputin?
No, actually.
What?
Like, for me, like, when I saw Hellboy, crap. Oh, yeah, this came out before it. Now I remember. Well, the movie I was about to talk about... Oh, War Chief, yeah, I'm not worried. This isn't one that I'm unappreciated movies. I'm just pointing out fact, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Remember Birds of Prey with Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
Like, Hellboy kind of reminded me of that, mainly because they were just trying too hard to let the swears work.
Yeah. And it's kind of bad when the Birds of Prey, who, is the title of the movie, have barely any screen time together because they wanted to focus more on Harley Quinn. It felt more like a Harley Quinn movie than an actual Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah.
Alright.
The movie was supposed to be about the Birds of Prey, but the inclusion of Harley Quinn kind of made it more of a Harley Quinn movie. I don't know. But yeah, so what was I saying? Right. Congested. So they were trying to fit in three different stories into one movie. Darkness Calls, The Wild Hunt, and the final book. I don't have the final book on paperback. I do have it in omnibus form, though. I just don't remember what it's called. But pretty much the finale of Hellboy's comic run until they, pumped out Hellboy in Hell and Hellboy in the BPRD, which takes place in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. But they tried to fit in so much that it just felt really congested. Like, for instance, when it's explained, and I don't know, War Chief, I don't know if you have any interest in the movie or anything, but
I've only seen the first Hellboy that came out in like 2007, I think.
But do you care about spoilers for this particular movie?
I do not.
All right. So when it's, and this is probably gonna blow your fucking mind. So when it's revealed that Hellboy is an ancestor of King Arthur,
No joke.
that took what, like 3 minutes of screen time in the movie. In the comic, it was a whole ass like freaking book. Like, it went
Really?
into great detail as to like how events became to where Hellboy, like, you know, was born. Full backstory. Another thing, and this one is kind of the one that pisses me off, actually. Like, it's the one thing that pisses me off, but it pisses me off just enough to where I notice it, but not enough to where I hate the movie for it. The handling of Gregotch. Gregotch is this giant pig goblin thing in the movie.
Oh, yeah, huh.
Yeah. As someone who's read the Hellboy comics, I'm not gonna lie, this is a bastardization of the character. So, Gregotch, first off, he's not really one for physical combat. And he's not really that vulgar either. Again, that's a show of the writing and the amount of fucking profanity that they have in it. But anyway, they got the backstory. They got a part of the backstory right, where he was a changeling that took a baby, and Hellboy helped get the baby back and burned him with iron. That part they got right. But here's what they got wrong. Gregotch in the comics is more of a tragic character. Real tragic. So, Gregotch in the comic was actually a handsome elven shapeshifter. And he was in love with this girl. And he was under a curse where if he made the girl cry, he would vanish. And he would meet this girl in this garden for many a month, many a year. And he would dazzle her with his shape-shifting ability, turning into different things, different creatures, different, like, animals, like, different wondrous things. One day, he turns into a bird, a little tiny blue jay. And the girl, noticing her cat about to pounce on him and kill him, yells out in warning and sheds a tear of concern.
Oh, shit.
That was enough
Oh boy.
for him to vanish because of his curse.
Wow.
It sent him to this wasteland in the underworld, where he basically an endless desert filled with like monsters and giants and stuff like that. Eventually, he shapeshifted so many times just trying to protect himself that he forgot what his true form looked like. Until he was this tiny, tiny changeling. Hungry for love and attention and care, he took it upon himself to kidnap a baby, give it to the other changelings, and take its place, just so he can feel some form of, like, care again. That's when Hellboy shows up and puts an end to his plan. Out of revenge, it's not over. Out of revenge, Gregotch then brings a giant pig demon. Giant, massive pig demon. To kill Hellboy. But the thing cannot be tamed, and while in combat with Hellboy, it eats Gregotch. Whole.
Oh,
No
wow.
chewing, just whole. In order to save himself, I forgot the details, but basically after Hellboy kills the thing, he then takes the form of the giant pig beast, and he's now stuck in that form.
And can no longer shapeshift?
Correct.
Wow. That's actually pretty sad.
Yes. And then what do we get in the movie? Fuck you, Hellboy! Fuck you! Ah, you cunt bastard motherfucker! So, you can understand why I'm a little bit pissed at their presentation of this character.
No, I'm a little pissed about that too. Now that I heard the whole story, I'm a little
Yeah,
pissed
it's
too. They should
understandable to be
explore that.
pissed.
But here's the thing, though. Like, in the end, he basically, he summons, like, he puts Nimue back together begrudgingly. Because he doesn't wish revenge on Hellboy, like in the movie. He wants her to change him back into his true form, and to send him back into the fairy world where his beloved is probably still waiting for him. Eventually, he gets a little too antsy after the Blood Queen, pulls a Darth Vader. I have changed the plan. Pray I do not change it any further. And she pretty much banishes him back into that desert hellhole where he got trapped in the first place.
Wow. And informed for his ass, she would never came back.
Yeah, he never died. But pretty much the story of Grgotch is a tragic one, and it just pisses me off that they made him like the equivalent of a freaking, what do they call him? What are those two jackasses? I guess you could say Taserface from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. But I was gonna think more like Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers. Like a vulgar Bulk and Skull.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have thought about that.
But yeah, back.
Okay.
But yeah, like,
let's give it to War Chief now, cause yeah.
I just one last thing, and then we can switch it over to War Chief. This will be quick because I've already taken up so much time. Remember when I said David Harbour could be a great Hellboy, and he can pull off the look and stuff like that? He can also pull off the performance because you get some of it in the movie. It's just that there are some areas where I'm like, you could have retaken that shot. You could have, that just screams retake. Because Hellboy's supposed to be like this, like, sort of, like, fuck, what's the word? This always happens when I get in the zone, like, talking. I forget fucking words.
Happens to me all the time, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hellboy is supposed to be like this, like, blank-faced, sort of like doing his job straight-faced, kind of deadpan. That's what I was thinking. A deadpan, straight-faced dude that takes his job seriously, you know? And which is why I think, why I think Ron Perlman was the perfect fit to play Hellboy in the Del Toro movies. Because he can pull off the deadpan comedy. He can also pull off the attitude that Hellboy has in certain points as well. We get some of that with Harbour, but there are some areas where I'm like, that shot works, but this delivery doesn't. That could have been redone. Like, one of the ones that I think could have been handled better is when he first met Daimyo. You know? When Daimyo says the BPRD puts their monster back in their cage, and he's like, cage? It's like, when I get back, I recommend that you, that strictly you clean my litter box. Clean out my wood chips. I can't wait for you to smell demon shit, pal. That could have been handled better. Like, here's the example of him doing it right when he's talking to freaking, God damn my brain. Sorry, this is going longer than I thought, but fuck. The witch, I forgot her name.
Nimue.
No,
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. His conversation, his nonchalant conversation with Baba Yaga, that's doing it right. That I think was the closest he's gotten to doing a good Hellboy.
And getting a girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm done. Hellboy 2019. If you're into culty schlockfest films, check that one out. You won't be disappointed. If you're a fan of both Hellboy and schlockbuster films, then you're definitely gonna have a good time. All right, War Chief, back to you.
Underrated movie in this, not in the sense of our generation, because our generation has seen it numerous times, but this generation, you never hear it talked about. The Boogeyman franchise.
I dug the first one. I liked the first one. 2 and 3 kind of lost me a little bit, but the first one I liked.
First one,
Yeah.
yeah, I nailed it.
The first one, awesome, but the 3 kind of screwed it up for me.
I mean, like, I think it's because when they were writing these, I don't think they had the Boogeyman in mind until they're like, hey, we have this first movie that did well. Let's rename this horror film, put the Boogeyman in it, and there we go. Like what they did with most of the Hellraiser movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because
definitely needs to be watched by this generation more.
Oh yeah. Like
I don't remember much of it, but I remember it being good.
Yeah, like some people might think this is cap, but you know, I feel like the first Boogeyman movie was the Paranormal Activity of the early 2000s, like the ultimate spook house movie. Like I feel like
that vibe too.
Yeah, I think I think the tension was right. The way they handled the atmosphere was right. Hell, sign on James Wan to do like a reboot or like a pseudo sequel. That'd be fun. James Wan taking control after The Conjuring and Insidious. That would be fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. I watched that movie. You might have to drive me to the theater, but I'd watch the movie.
So anyway, War Chief, this is your deal. Sorry we kind of took it out of your hands, but...
No. It's fine.
Yeah, my bad, dude.
Another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
The first Killjoy movie.
I have not seen that.
I could kind of see that. Well, Jason, I don't know if you will see it considering it's a clown movie, but...
Fuck that then.
Like, my okay, so...
Seriously, War Chief, no joke.
This kid has a clown doll. Let me explain to you what it is.
Yeah, let him explain. Let him explain the plot.
Okay.
This kid in the hood has a clown doll named Killjoy, and this kid's bully the fuck out of him. And one night he has it around, you know, a bunch of candles wanting to come to life, and they kill the kid. Killjoy comes to life and hunts down all the people that. There's this one scene, he corners 2 of them and smiles, and bullets just come straight out of his teeth.
Oh,
and I loved that. I loved watching that as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well, here's the deal. It's not that I don't enjoy horror movies, it's just the fact that clowns give me the fucking creeps. I can't get over it. Like, seriously. I want to tell you a little story real quick about clowns. And Kyle, you're a big part of it because you're a fucking dick.
Yeah, I know.
No, straight up. When the first remake movie...
Oh yeah, let's tell this story. Let's tell this story. Go ahead, I'll fact check. Go on.
When we first saw the trailer, I'm like, no.
And then guess what happened?
Because I already knew Herman and Kyle were going to make me go there. They paid for my ticket. I'm like, I still don't want to fucking go. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy they paid for the ticket because I wasn't going to pay for it.
And then I showed you the VR
what this
experience.
motherfucker did. War Chief, you need to hear this.
Yeah, just
every day, the last 20 days.
Let him share, War Chief. Let him share. I already told War Chief this story, Jason, but feel free to tell the people at home because this is a golden story.
Because for the last 20 days, till the day we go to the movie theater, did we go on the day it was released or a couple days after? I can't remember.
I think it was the weekend because you were working. I think you were working.
Oh yeah, that's true. Until the day we went every day for nearly a good month, he'd be like, you will float in this much days. Send me an It Clown picture. I'm like, knock it the fuck off. I know where you fucking live. By the time it was the last day, he's like, 1 day to go. It's time to float. And sends me the creepiest It picture I've ever seen.
Not
I'm
just
like,
a
you
hold
fucking
on.
bastard. I'm about to block your fucking number.
Not just an it, not just an It picture, an It GIF of his freaking mouth splitting open.
I was fucking pissed.
Not oh, it
And
doesn't.
you know what's
you know what?
funny?
It doesn't help that the week
No.
prior I sent you through the VR experience on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah, you're a fucking dick. Oh, and if you guys want to see that, go to Bronovis channel. It's there. And except everything about that video is perfect except one thing. I was born in 96, not 97, you dumbass.
No.
Anyways, I'm not... You think the server would end there? Did it? No. Because all the fear that Kyle has been slowly building up inside me, sending me all those pictures,
I'm an agent of chaos. I can't help it.
erupted when we got to the freaking theater. The moment I was starting to walk in, the fear just burst out. I'm like, oh, fuck this.
Can I?
I
Can I?
screamed
Can
at the top
I?
of my lungs. I started running for it.
Can I?
And Kyle grabbed me so fast it wasn't even funny.
Can I share this part of the story?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell him about what happened next
So-
inside the theater.
Everything he said's correct. I bought his ticket for him, and I had them on standby for 20 days. Not joking.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
And I told him about it. I trolled him for the entire month. But what I didn't tell him was that I booked us an IMAX screening of the film.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
XD.
So
Oh, I
when we-
know about that.
So here's how the theater's set up. We have the main walkway past concessions up the ramp to the main hall of theaters. The IMAX XD theater is right behind the booth where the person scans your ticket.
Just
So-
a little bit to the left.
Yeah. So there was a line when we first got up. So we're standing in line. People were pumped to see this movie, and Jason's over here shitting himself.
I was trying not to pee.
And they were starting to let people in, and Jason's like, "Oh, it's time, isn't it?" And I'm like, "Damn fucking straight." It's like I was like,
Whining like a little girl.
Yeah,
It's not even funny.
and as soon as
I did not want to see this movie.
as soon as we got up, I looked at Jason like, "Hey, Jason, what does that look like over there?" And he
My
knows
face at that moment, just real quick, I want to describe my face.
all coloration
At
just
first,
dripped away.
I didn't notice that it was Pennywise's face. I was just looking at the XD thing on the top like I usually do. Because I like how the design works. But then I saw what was there. I'm like, the color on my face disappeared within 2.5 seconds. Then
Yep.
I was like, Jason, what does this look like to you? The cue for me to get out of here. I tried to run again. I'm like, fuck that. It's bad enough I have to see the movie as it is.
Like, I remember the look, too. Like, you looked at the theater, back of your ticket, you saw the little XD on the ticket, back at the theater, back at the ticket. You just turned around and as soon as you, like, put one foot back and turned around, we grabbed your shoulders, like, where the fuck you think you're going?
But the guy who was accepting takes and everything was just laughing at us.
The best part is, when the movie was over and we got out, Jason said that he loved the movie, but he hated it at the same time.
Like
Are we
I love the
ending it
comedy of
with
the movie.
that?
I just hate the scary parts. Like no lie, okay. Still to this day, since the movie's been released, I still haven't seen Pennywise actually biting out Georgie's arm because I'm covering my eyes every time because I'm a little bitch.
Oh yeah, that freaking shocked the shit out of us. Well,
You
not
missed
me.
the
I
best
saw.
part of the movie.
Oh yeah. Well, not me. I kind of got spoiled of that scene on YouTube when someone was like talking about the like what to know before going into it. So, but right when that scene happened, I turned my head to look at both Herman and Jason. And I was like, 3, 2, 1. Jason covered his eyes because the scene was too tense for him. The buildup was too much. And
That was the scene that traumatized me as a child.
as soon as like, you didn't even see Herman's face. When Herman saw Georgie crawl away from the gutter and his arm missing and blood going everywhere, his jaw dropped. Because you have to realize, I showed him the mini-series before we went to see that movie. So he wasn't expecting all the blood to be there. And to answer your question, War Chief...
so much blood is because it was a TV series.
Yeah. And to answer your question, War Chief, we've only been going for like an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh, have we? I thought it was longer because I seen the time.
Nah. I have the accurate time on my OBS, so... we have time for at least 3 more movies, if you can think of any.
Alright. Movies that are shit.
Yeah, that's the one I was about to say.
Oh, wait! Oh, hold on. Can I do one more underrated one?
Yeah.
And then as a bonus at the end, we can talk about...
Actually, Kyle, it's my turn. War Chief just went, it's my turn.
You just talked about it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, huh? Damn it, fuck.
But anyway.
Okay.
Well, wait. You know what? No. You know what, Jason? You can take one. You can take one because it is not an underrated movie. That one is actually pretty good.
Yeah. I was about to say, I wasn't marking that as an underrated movie. I was just telling the story of, like, why I hate clowns so fucking much.
Yeah.
Remember, like, when we saw on the TV series, like, when Pennywise was grabbing Georgie's arm and had his mouth wide open? Like that? That scene scared the piss out of me. Literally. My sister showed me that just to be a dick. I had pee stain in my underwear.
Sounds like you just need to grow some balls.
But anyway, underrated movie, Jason.
Well, it's not underrated movie, it's like a hated movie.
That you like.
That I hate.
Well, then that's not on topic, is it?
We're switching topic. You said we were also talking about movies.
But I had one more underrated that I actually like.
Yeah, and then you said never mind.
Yeah, I thought Jason said he had one.
Oh.
I had one that I truly do hate.
Yeah, well, you can take it straight on. You can be the first to present for the shittiest.
Yeah.
But let me get this last... Hold on, let me get this last one. Let me get this last one before we start switching gears.
Go ahead.
This one, I don't know if War Chief's going to agree, but remember that argument that you had about Friday the 13th
Yeah,
Part 5?
you're going to bring up Halloween 3.
I'm going to damn well bring up Halloween 3.
See, I had a hatred for it, but now I kind of appreciate it because I understand what the original idea for Halloween was.
Yeah, it was supposed to be different stories to happen on Halloween,
I don't
not
mind
just
it
Michael
now.
Myers.
I don't mind it now.
But I still feel like there's still an influx of people who's like, what, there's no Michael Myers in the movie? Pff, you just lost my business. That's fucking stupid, first of all. Like, take your head out of your fucking ass. You fucking Halloween snob. And, like, first off, it's a John Carpenter movie. You're really not going to watch a John Carpenter movie because it's called Halloween and there's no Michael Myers? Are you high?
Well, you gotta think the impact Michael Myers had on the series. People were gonna think, okay, this whole series is about him.
Even though they saw him get his eyes blasted out and blown up and set on fire. Now you have to figure.
But he's not Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, and you can't even make that argument either. You can't make that argument either because this came out in '81. Like, the only Friday the 13th movies that were out at that time were it was Friday the 13th 1 and Friday the 13th Part 2. Both of them only had one killer. Mrs. Voorhees was the killer in the first, Jason was in the second. No one knew that Jason was going to come back and be the biggest horror icon ever at that time. And Halloween 2 was only Michael's second outing. So it still kind of baffles me that people see Halloween 3 and are like, oh, there's no Michael Myers. Well, yeah, because he was fucking dead at the time. He was legally dead. There was no plans to bring him back. But it wasn't until, like, I believe the poor ticket sales of 3 when word got out that Michael Myers wasn't in the movie that they're like, okay, I guess we'll give the people what they want and we'll give them Michael Myers, which worked out because we got Halloween 4, which is, I'd have to say,
amazing.
Which I'd have to say is my 3rd favorite Halloween movie. The first being Halloween 78 and Halloween 18.
Yeah, here's the problem. Like, out of the original Halloween series, I only seen the first 2.
God.
You've seen Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2, or are you talking Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2018?
No. From the
first
original
2.
Halloween series, the first 2.
The first 2.
The first.
That's it.
You haven't even seen Halloween 2018.
Well, I've seen that one, obviously.
Then you've seen 3!
He's talking about from like 1 through 5.
What? Hold on. I'm trying to say I saw the remake Halloween, I saw the first 2 Halloweens from the original series. That's it.
Wait, are you talking the Rob Zombie? Okay, this is gonna get confused. Are you talking the Halloween, the Rob
original
Zombie?
as like the 80s.
No. Hold on.
I've seen the first 2 80s movies, and then I saw the 2 Rob Zombie movies.
You poor soul.
Those are the only ones I've seen. That's what I was trying to say.
I think he just gave War Chief his idea for the shittiest movie he's ever seen. But
those 2 were on there.
To be honest,
I was not gonna dive in with those ones first, though.
Yeah, well, be honest, but yeah. So you haven't seen Halloween 2018, dude? We need to have a watch party, like dead ass. You need to see Halloween 2018. That is my 2nd favorite Halloween movie. You need to see it.
Is that possible on this thing?
Not on here. On really?
Yeah, people can stream via Discord.
I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's weird. Oh wait, I have no way of watching it on my laptop. So.
Okay, so shitty movies, yes, Rob Zombie, Halloweens, but I do not like. I haven't seen it because I know it's shitty, but the 2015 RoboCop.
Yeah, that one was kind of a miss.
Yeah.
First off, PG-13. The fuck were they thinking? The second, I feel like whoever made it just had no idea what RoboCop meant.
I refused to watch it because I knew it was gonna be bad, and I'm probably gonna get shit for that. Well, you need to watch it.
Well, no, you don't need to watch it. It's universally described as the worst RoboCop movie. But okay, so I actually have some about that. RoboCop 2015, right?
Mm-hmm.
Came out 3 years after the movie Dredd. Dredd is okay. First, it's Dredd. Check that movie out. It's pretty much the RoboCop we wanted out of the RoboCop remake.
Get the guy who did Dredd.
That's what I keep saying. Why didn't you just get that guy? He clearly loves this style of filmmaking. Like, the 2012 Dredd movie is the RoboCop we deserved. RoboCop 2015 is the RoboCop that no one fucking asked for. But yeah, I can definitely see what you mean by that.
Yeah, I don't even think we have to discuss the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. I don't think we want to grace our podcast with their present season.
I only have one thing to say. The first one, albeit it's Rob Zombified, there are some moments that I did like in that one. Halloween 2, on the other hand, that one can be fucking erased for all I care.
Yeah.
It could have stopped after the first Halloween remake.
That's kind of what ruined the franchise for me, and that's why I didn't watch the rest of them.
That one could have just didn't need to happen.
John Carpenter made one mistake.
And that was?
Telling Rob Zombie he could make it his own.
Well, the thing is, according to John Carpenter, he never even told him that. From an interview that I think someone had,
I thought
Carpenter-
he told him to make it his own.
Well, I'm not. Details blurry, but apparently Carpenter was indifferent to the idea of remaking Halloween.
Oh, okay.
He
He's
gave
like-
he gave them the rights to do it. He had no involvement with it. But I think that's what people mean when he said make it your own. He just said he just didn't want to get involved with it, I think.
Oh. Anything else? Or...
On the upside though, Rob Zombie stated in an interview that he would never do a horror remake again because one, filming both movies was a pain in the ass to do. And the second reason being that he was tired, like the backlash of fans was just exhausting for him.
But then he did what the remake of Halloween was perfectly fine though. Well, that was more of a reboot.
Well, yeah, pseudo sequel, but
Yeah.
yeah. Jason, you said you had a movie that you absolutely
Yes.
hate.
Yes. This disappointed me greatly. Like, you know when you're a kid, there's like certain shows you just really love?
Yep.
Yeah.
They made a remake of one of a TV show that I used to love, and they destroyed it horribly.
What is
Whoever
it?
created this trash, I want to slap the shit out of them. Guy
What
or
is
girl, I
it?
would not give a damn.
What is it?
This movie came out in, let's see, what year was it? 2017.
2017.
Saban's Power Rangers.
Oh.
You fucking bastards.
Oh.
First off, it's a
no,
PG-13
not
movie.
That one. Not
It's a
that
PG-
one.
Hold on, War Chief.
That one's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But let me say what I need to say.
Go for it.
Here's why I think it's just a disaster. First off, this is a kid's show. You made PG-13 and put swearing in it. Second off, the Power Ranger suits looks like it's a freaking Iron Man ripoff.
And they had to kind of they had to make
And-
it a little more.
And third, they
like-
made Rita look like a sexy feline when she's supposed to be an ugly witch.
I mean, Jason, if you went on Power Ranger Twitter,
There are people simping over Rita.
oh yeah. There are people looking at Rita like, God damn, girl. Yeah, we're not joking. There are even people who find those freaking cone tits sexy.
Yeah, and you know what really disturbed me? Well, admittedly, yeah, I did laugh at it in the theaters, but
Mhm.
I stopped laughing immediately when I turned to my right and there was a kid here in that scene. I'm like, how fucking dare you? Because remember this scene with, like, when Zordon was like, have any of you morphed before? And Zach, was it? I forgot the Power Rangers' names. I think it was Zach. He's like, yes, but only in the shower. Kids are watching this, by the way.
Well,
I'm like, what the hell?
okay, so Jason, I have something to share.
What?
There are plenty of instances of kids' films putting in little winks and nods
Innuendos.
for mom and dad
Innuendos.
to enjoy.
I know,
while-
but this was way too far.
I think I've heard worse.
Have
to
you
be
not
honest.
seen Ren and Stimpy?
I mean, Ren and Stimpy, to be honest, was Nickelodeon, but let's face it, that was never meant for kids. We watched it all the same. Didn't
Yeah.
stop us. But that was not made
I
for
never had
kids.
Nickelodeon, so I got to avoid the tragedy.
Let me put it this way, Jason. There's an episode involving this dumb fuck from, I think, Sweden or Germany, who's like Stimpy, and they play a board game called Don't Whiz on the Electric Fence.
What the fuck is that?
It even has its
Actually,
own.
I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
It even has its own little jingle. Don't whiz on the electric
No,
fence.
no.
And freaking Ren comes home threatening to freaking beat the crap out of them. But before beating them, just to show him that he wants to destroy everything they love, he decides to whiz on their board game. But it's don't piss on the electric fence, and there's an electric fence, so you can tell what happens there.
Yeah.
There's a whole episode dedicated to them trying to outsmart a baboon so they can eat skinned hog jowls.
God.
Hog jowls, Jason, are pig faces.
Yeah.
Skinned, fried pig faces.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy did not hold back, and we appreciated the hell out of it.
Is that all for tonight? Or is there
I
more?
haven't shared mine, and I believe, War Chief, that you are going to agree.
Wait, you what? You haven't shared your what?
My shittiest movie.
Oh, okay. Because
The
it's
one-
past midnight.
Yeah, the one that I hate the fucking most.
Alright.
Let this last one be good, because I'm out too.
Question.
Yes?
Well, Jason, for the longest
What?
time through high school, what was my favorite horror franchise?
Oh, for no, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
I already know.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I already know where you're
Yeah,
going.
definitely.
With this, and I agree.
What? What?
He's going with the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh god. Oh,
So-
don't even mention him. Ew.
Not gonna lie, that was my second Nightmare on Elm Street movie, but it was the first one that I watched from beginning to end. The first one I saw was Freddy vs. Jason on the Sci-Fi Channel when I was like, I don't know, however the fuck young I was, but I only watched it in sparing when I was doing other shit.
I think
That was-
my first was whatever one where all the dead kids' faces were in the pizza.
Part 4.
Yeah.
Dream Master. You can give me any of these crazy memories, and I can name directly which
Yeah,
one.
I know that. I remember that one's 4. I just couldn't remember if it was 3. Because 4 started with that kid that, his dog.
Yeah, pissed flames and resurrected Freddy somehow. But anyway, Nightmare on Elm Street remake was the first one that I saw from beginning to end. And when you have no prior knowledge of the other films, you can enjoy it. But then I watched the other movies.
And you're like, what the fuck is this?
I watched the other movies and I just it was an eye-opening experience. It was like, what the fuck did they do to the remake? First off, Rooney Mara, who plays Nancy in that one, in the remake. Did you know, Jason, that she purposefully gave a bad performance in her audition in hopes that she wouldn't get the part? And
oh,
got
God,
the and then got the phone call saying she got the part anyway?
how bad were the other people?
No. Oh.
She didn't want to be in the movie. She tried to stay out of it. She tried to sabotage her own audition, and they still hired her.
Oh, because they thought she was funny. She probably pulled Ted and be like, I'll tell you what I got. Your husband or your wife's dinging me. Or whatever.
It's like
Probably pulled Ted.
yeah, it's like I was gonna say. It was just like freaking Ted getting a job.
Wow.
It's like no one's ever spoken to me like that. Maybe because all their mouths are filled with your wife's box. Like,
You're
and it's like,
hired.
you're hired.
Shit.
It went down just like that, bro. Just like
No
that.
joke.
And the director of the movie, first, never directed a movie before in his life. He only directed music videos. And after
Why would you hand it to him?
And after A Nightmare on Elm Street, he never directed another movie again and went back to music videos. Oh, that's nothing new for Platinum Dunes, by the way. During their horror remakes, they hired a music
There is
video.
one.
They
There
hired.
is one. Hold on. There is one person who directs music videos that I would trust directing a movie, and that's Cole Bennett.
What did he do?
He
What?
does great music videos. He's amazing.
Oh, okay.
Cole Bennett. Look him up.
Ah, but like I was saying, that's nothing new for Platinum Dunes. When they remade the Amityville Horror, they hired another music video director to direct that one as well. Oh, God. And, okay, this movie pretty much tarnished the idea of Jackie Earle Haley playing Freddy. But I think he could do a good job if given the proper material. First, definitely better makeup. And this is probably going to sound kind of blasphemous or more than likely cap online, but bro, am I the only one that thought the design of his glove was a little too fucking extra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking, I mean, I get what they were going for, the little metal strips to represent tendons in a hand. I get it. But it's just too much, you know. It's busy. The old one, the original glove, you can believe was built in some dude's basement. This one looks too articulate, too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, according to our friend Herman, impractical as well, because on the original glove, the fingertips were there underneath the back knuckle joint, which is perfect for slashing because that takes most of the pressure off your fingers. In the remake glove, the fingertips were on top of the back knuckle joints, meaning if you actually went to slash someone, you'd break your fucking fingers. I don't know, just a fun fact that Armand shared with me, and that just stuck with me ever since I heard him tell me that little tidbit of information.
Yeah.
But anyway, that one's the shittiest movie that I've ever seen, so. So we've talked about our favorite worst movies and our least and our most hated movies, and I think that wraps it up. I think that wraps it up pretty nice.
I think so too.
So thank you all so much for joining us for this session of Slice of Life podcast. Join us this coming Wednesday for our first for our other show, Podcast Nation, where we share personal stories of from our lives. This Wednesday's subject is paranormal experiences, whether it be experiences that we've had, or experiences that we've heard other people had, or even the folklore around the paranormal, the weird ass shit, the scariest shit. We will all discuss such things this coming Wednesday. Any finishing words any of you would like to say before we sign off?
I do not have any.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe to the channel if you're new.
The links to our personal channels will be down in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching us on Twitch, then feel free to follow us. It means a lot to us if you did. And yeah, we will see you guys hopefully next time.